Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing my new wheel setup, which is the SVE SP2 wheels from LMR. Just like everyone else, I went ahead with the wheels mainly because of looks, but there's actually increased performance as well, which we'll cover later in the video. So if you have been following my videos, you know we got the new wheel setup, new tires for the Mustang, and we went with the SP2 wheels. It's gonna be a square setup with the Michelin Pilot Sport all-season tires. So I ended up getting the new tires as well. So I personally went with, as you can see, the gloss black setup. I mean, just look at that setup. It just looks so good. Since I've gotten the new wheels and tires, it has dramatically improved the look of the car. The wheels look amazing. I've got Meteor tires, so I got a little bit better stance on the rear and of course on the front as well. No poke, no nothing. It just looks absolutely incredible. I kept the original stock setup, which were also black wheels, for like 3-4 years or so, or close to 4 years. But since I've gotten this new setup, it has really made me love the car all over again, because honestly the car looks absolutely amazing on these SP2 wheels. So if you're wondering what the SP2 wheels are, these are basically the replica version of the Performance Pack 2 wheels by LMR, and they provide a gloss black option, the graphite option, and also a bronze option, which is a little bit more unique. You can get these wheels in 19x10s or 19x11s, and these can be set as just the wheels. There's a wheel kit as well with the lug nuts and all of that stuff, and there's also a wheel and tire kit on their website as well if you're also due for your tires. I of course went ahead with the gloss black option that we're going to take a in-depth look right now. The reason for getting the gloss black as opposed to bronze, which is a little bit more flashy, or even the graphite, is I already had a black accent package on the car. So you can see the roof is blacked out. I've got all the badges that are blacked out, and I did get an aftermarket GT500 spoiler as well, which is also blacked out. The link is going to be in the description for the spoiler if you guys want that spoiler. I absolutely love it. For the price I paid for it compared to the original one, this is a solid thing. So it just made sense to kind of get the red and black theme going on, which is why I opted to get these black wheel gloss black option on the car. Since I'm running a square setup with the 285s in the front and 285 in the rear, I went with the 19x10 plus 35 offset for the front and the rear. All right, so let's take a closer look at the wheels. Honestly, the construction and the paint quality, everything is spot on. LMR has been doing a great job making replica wheels, and of course some of their original designs as well. But they also have, you know, this is a Performance Pack 2 replica wheels. They have the GT500, Mach 1. They've got all sorts of replica wheels on their website. And when I say replica, it's just the design itself. It's not like there's some cheaply made wheels you're gonna find on some of the other websites. So these are really nice and sturdy. No issues with the paint. That was one of the things I wasn't sure. It's a gloss black, so it's not really difficult to mess up. But when I got the wheels, I inspected thoroughly to make sure there's no paint chips or anything like that. Amazing design, looks really good, and no issues with the quality. They even have, I think I still have the original quality sticker somewhere here. I really like the deep design of these wheels that kind of poke in and then come out. It looks very aggressive. They're similar to the Performance Pack 2, but slightly different. I mean, honestly, if you put them right next to each other, you might be able to spot the difference between these wheels and the original Performance Pack 2 wheels, like ignoring the coloring, obviously, because this is gloss black. Original equipment is actually the graphite. So if you put them next to each other, the design and everything is pretty spot on. They did an amazing job with these, you know, spoke design, everything. Like the rear to me looks very aggressive. I've got 285, so I've got somewhat of a stance going on, but if you look at it from this angle, I just love how it kind of dips in and then comes out. Makes for a very aggressive stance on your Mustang. Now, like I mentioned, that they are going to be available in 19x10 and 19x11. So if you are going to run a stagger setup, unlike my square setup, you do want to get 19x10s for the front and 19x11s for the rear. And that, to me, like having the 19x11 in the rear, is going to look even more meatier. You get 305s in the back, 285s in the front. LMR does sell a package with those tire sizes as well, but you can go for your custom tires, whatever you want. And you get 305s in the rear, 285s in the front, and honestly your car's gonna look so much better. Even though mine is just a square 285s, I'm pretty impressed with mine, but that has nothing to do with the wheels themselves. If you were to get the 19x11s, just means you're also getting a wider tire in the rear. That's just naturally going to provide a really nice stance for your Mustang. Now, there is one downside to these wheels. I don't know if you can really call it downside. I don't even know if it's intentional or not, but let me show you up close what I mean. So the way LMR has designed these wheels is basically you can only put in their center cap, so the SVE center cap. If you had your original Pony or Ford Performance center cap, it's just not gonna fit. Like, I was able to make it fit, but it was kind of wobbly, and I didn't want to take a risk of it falling off, you know, on a highway or something like that and just completely losing it. Like, I wonder if that was done intentionally, so you are able to run the SVE center caps and, you know, just promote the SVE brands a little bit more as opposed to, you know, your Mustang or Ford Performance ones. And the thing is, I looked into replacing them before I even got the wheels, but the original ones, if you get, you know, from Ford Performance that may fit here, are actually $45 a piece, which is a little bit too much for just the center caps. There are some cheaper options on eBay, which I may consider doing in the future, but honestly, I don't mind SVE wheels. I love how they look, so I don't have a problem advertising them on my wheel cap or like the center cap, because I mean, you know, the product quality is really good and it's the design what I want. So for me, it's not a big of an issue to be able to run these. But I know some people would like to keep their Pony or the Ford Performance logo, something like that. So that's just something to keep in mind, that you're not going to be able to do that with these SVE wheels. Now, one of the things that I truly was not expecting from just changing the wheels is actually the performance of the car. LMR claimed that these wheels are 24 pounds each, which if you are coming from your stock setup, which is going to be around 30 to 34 pounds each, you're actually saving 10 pounds per corner on the wheels. And I had heard it on the forums and stuff that these wheels are lighter, but honestly, I was kind of skeptical that what difference is only 10 pounds gonna make on your wheels. But since it's a rotational mass and reducing it by 10 pounds, it actually has a significant impact on how the car drives. The car drives so much lighter than the stock setup. Of course, I got the new tires at the same time, so some of it has to do with the tires, but the wheels themselves, like, it has made car a lot more fun to drive. It's a lot more nimble. You can throw it around the corners. It kind of feels like what originally, like, I had driven a lot of EcoBoost rental, and because the engine on the front is obviously much lighter than the big V8, I always felt that, you know, the initial turn-in was a little bit more nimble. It was more lighter than my Mustang GT. Of course, I'm sure if I was pushing both cars, the GT would be better with its suspension, but I just felt like, you know, getting the lighter wheels has really made the car a lot more fun to drive. And then that is something to consider, because if you're looking for new wheels for your setup, of course, the looks and the design is going to be a huge factor into it. But if you find something that is similar to these wheels, because I think this kind of design is also the RTR Tech 5s. American Racing also sells a similar design, and also Shelby Racing, CS3, I believe, or CS5. There's a lot of designs that are very similar to that, but do pay attention to the weight number, because I feel like LMR has done a great job to making sure that they're considering the impact of weight on how the car is going to drive. So not only you get amazing looks, you also get an improved performance, which is just a bonus. So guys, there you have it, my review of the LMR SVE SP2 wheels. Again, I went ahead with the gloss black finish, and mine are 19 by 10 all around. If you're going for staggered setup on your tires, you're going to want 19 by 11s in the back. I have to say the fit and finish is everything I would have expected out of these wheels. The gloss black looks amazing, and the design is pretty much the Performance Pack 2 design that I was really after. And not to mention the performance benefits of just having a lighter wheel is something I was not really expecting to get, but it's a huge benefit and has made the car a lot more fun to drive than it was before. I don't even know if I can go back to a regular heavy wing wheel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below what wheel setup you're currently running, or if you're looking for aftermarket wheels, are you considering these LMR SP2 wheels? And of course, subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.